Thank you very much for the comment. I'm going to go over this. If you want to stick around to the end, you're going to learn a lot in how to do this. So I created this tool. The output is this Pareto graph where it shows 20% of the items create 80% of the issues, right? So in this case, it's tracking the amount of hours that you're losing within the process. So you have this graph, you have this tracking mechanism because you've got to track the data, and you have a input page where you can input your department, team, shift, area, lost time categories, and the dates. So it's all set up for you. And the other part is this is an employee template that you can create, you can modify a little bit, but the whole point of this is a template. So employees, right? You print this out, employees begin tracking it and giving you the information so you can input it and begin the process of displaying this quantifiably of where you're losing time. So a couple key things I want to make sure you understand about this tool is that it gives you a way, as a manager, it gives you a way to quantify the inefficiencies within the process. Great. The second thing, employees will not like doing this, but it's like pulling a Band-Aid. You've got to set up a system and a process of one is distributing the blank sheets and collecting them, then inputting the stuff. But the key thing to this is that if you start doing this, the next day where you can create a graph, you want to, in your huddle meeting, you want to talk to it, print it out and say, hey guys, yesterday when we tracked this data, I know it's not 100% accurate, but we're getting there, we're getting better at it. This is what we saw. We lost 3 hours or 2 hours of whatever those issues are. Hey guys, this is what we need. This is what we need to quantify the things that we need. Training, it's tools, people, whatever it is that you need within that. This is how you quantify, and you begin the process of having the conversation to create engagement. Remember, it's not a one-time conversation. Guess what happens tomorrow? The same thing. They use the tracking to track their issues. They go through their, you input the data. The next morning you say, hey guys, here's 2 days worth of data. This is what it is. I don't have the answer just yet, but we need to continue this. Then by the end of the week, you should have a good part of the data and say, hey guys, this issue right here is causing us 10 hours. I didn't know that. Guess what? We need to figure this out. By the way, we need to continue this. And that's how you begin the process of engagement. Now, you may not have the answers, but guess what? You need to figure it out, meaning that you've got to engage employees, create scheduling, facilitate with your manager, and everything else you need to do to fix those issues. But this tool, remember, the concept that I teach is the tool drives the behavior. So if you're tracking this, it drives the behavior of identifying the issues quantifiably, then begin the process of resolving those. And here's the beautiful part for you as a manager. Say in that example, you have 2 hours of wait time and you know that it's quantifiable. Then you begin the process of fixing that and you fix it permanently. You find a solution that fixes it permanently. 2 hours a week times 52 weeks, that's 104 hours. Now, say for example, if your loaded rate for your employee is $25, because you got to find out your loaded rate, you save the organization over $2,500. That is true savings that you did because you fixed 2 hours of wait time. Not only that, you increase the output because those lost time hours have to go back theoretically, and you've got to check this, go back to productive time. So not only did you save over $2,500, you actually increase productivity by 1%, 2%, whatever that math turns out to be based on your KPI, right? Current key performance indicator. That is your value that you provided both from a output standpoint and from a savings standpoint, because you use this last time to identify the true impact of your area, then you fix that issue. So you're not guessing anymore. And this process does work. I can guarantee it works. But here's the kicker. It requires you to do some work to ensure that every employee, and here's the key, every employee is actually turning one in and is clearly identifying inefficiencies. If you have employees that turn in the sheet and there's zero lost time, something is wrong. You've got to follow up with them in the field. You've got to understand. They have to know that they know what those categories mean. There's a lot of work to this. If you want to learn more on how to do this, let me know if you want to take the class that I offer, and it'll be available to you. Just let me know in the comments.